Obviously, there were 6 votes for Fu and 5 for Abby, so I've got to believe that all of us original yellow, voted for Fu, and the other obviously are trying to split us apart. Still not sure if Abby is gonna eventually become a threat for me, but I'm still with my yellow tribe.
The last tribal was pretty intense. I feel like everything is getting pretty intense today. I wasn't expecting to see so many votes go to Abby, and she's someone who I have considered a close ally. So it does make me a little nervous just to see how that plays out.
So we just had another tribal. Fu got sent home, but I did get 5 votes, which means that a lot of the people that I thought I could trust, I can't. I'm quite disappointed in some of the people I thought I could trust, like Josh and Matt, because I've been so close with Josh on our last tribe, and Matt and I just get along so well, and we've been like having good strat chats where I thought I could trust him. Apparently I can't, which is really disappointing.
Get as many down as we can, and then May and Rachel. Yeah, it's going to go fine.
Sorry, Fu, but you're a dangerous player, so in a way it's a really good contestant out of the way. I suspect at some stage one of the girls might have decided that I'm too much of a threat and the votes will suddenly swing to my way, but hopefully I've got a few spies planted in the other camp, and I'm hoping that they'll let me know if that's the case, and then I'll swing their way. So I just don't know when to pull that trigger and swing in and do some blindsiding with some of the red members.
Our plan failed. The only hope that the Reds had and Fu to stay in the game was that Sal flipped with us, which he said he was going to do, and he didn't do it. So he stayed strong with yellow. 6 strong on Fu, 5 of us voted for Abby, and we lost. So now it's 6 yellow against 4 original red, and I think we're done. We're going to get picked off one by one. The fact that I voted for Abby, because we were kind of tight, she will be fuming, so she could vote me out completely out of spite, and to be honest, wouldn't blame her. I'm going to have to do some scrambling, but I'd really, we tried a big move, it failed. I don't want to betray any red, we've honestly been so loyal to each other. Yeah, I really don't want to vote against any of them, but I guess I'll have to do whatever to stay in the game.
Yeah, so tribal council, it's good to see that alliance is still there and that, everyone's on the same page and we're still doing what we're saying we're doing. I have felt safe up until now. I don't know if that's been quite naive of me. I think I've heard my name being tossed around sometimes, but I also think that I have kind of been going under the radar a little bit. Yeah, still feeling pretty safe, but I think that that's going to start to change soon. Yeah, I definitely really trust Sal, and I really trust Kiara. However, I have noticed Sal and Abby going off and having quite a lot of chats together, so I wonder what's going on there as well.
Where's the X? You know which one X? Is it that?
No, it was on the outside of the booth.
Because this one's on the outside of the booth, but it's got bolts in it, and then this one's here.
No, it was on the outside. I think they would have gotten it.
But if it's dislodged, we should be able to find it.
No, I think...
Yeah,
I think someone really moved it back there. Okay, no, we need to look for rocks. That's what we need to look for.
Johnny?
Come on in. Okay.
Okay, welcome to your next individual immunity challenge. Matt C. You take the necklace back off of you.
Falling out. Oh, right. Right.
That's all right. It'll get us redemption in the future season. Okay, so
Individual immunity back up for grabs. Are you ready to get to your next immunity challenge? Okay. This immunity challenge comes with a twist.
there are 2 necklaces up for grabs. How this will work, when we call your name, you will come and you will pull a string from the bag, and that'll determine which tribal council you are going to.
It is a random 2 sets of 5.
So if you pull out a yellow string, head to the far end. If you pull out a red string, start at this end here. Okay?
Matt,
Number 1.
Taking heads. Back on Joba. Rachel's going to Joba. Michael's going to Birac. Josh is on Joba. Kiara's on Birac. Joe, you're up. Did you take 2? I think you took 2.
Oh.
Can't be 2 people on the tribe.
Both red.
Both red. It was meant to be.
Meant to be.
You're on Barack. Come join here. Salvador. You are
there.
on Jilba. You're on Barack. Abby, you're gonna pick, which will also determine Matt's fate. You're on Barack, which means Matt.
is on Jilba.
This goes around down.
Get it. Get that last one. In this challenge, you will stand on a perch and raise your arms holding a dagger between 2 handles. If you do not apply enough force, the dagger will start to slip. If at any point your dagger drops or you step off the perch, you are out of the challenge. Last contestant standing from each of the new partitions will earn immunity, safe from the vote, and guaranteed a spot in the final 8.
We are looking for 2 winners. 1 from red, 1 from yellow. Survivors ready. We'll get you to put your things out. And this challenge is on. Josh, right out of the challenge. Kiara, out of the challenge. Take a seat. That's where you are.
Can we chat or no?
No.
Joe
I
decides
need
the rules.
concentration. You can if you want. That's fine.
You can chat. Abby, out of the challenge. You consider yourself a strong girl?
No.
No?
It's a little bit easier at the moment.
How you feel, Michael? Very shaky. cool. And the legs are like really the Oh, just like that, out of nowhere, Joe drops. It is down to Michael and Valentina. For Vera.
Unfortunately, I happened to go onto the split which had the 4 old yellow and I was the only original red. I knew that my back was against the wall and I just had to pull out the win. Luckily, I was able to last out longer than Val, because otherwise I think I probably would have been going home. Stoked to win this again. It's massive relief.
Drop. Let's see. Wins immunity for the yellow tribe.
I was thinking of, not winning, throwing. I don't know. Now I'm just like an established challenge threat. So I don't know what to do with that moving forward.
Good effort. Okay, so as you know, you're attending 2 different tribal councils, but they will be happening simultaneously. So you'll both be in attendance at the same time, but the 5 of you will be casting votes for the 5 of you. Same goes on this side. You will all go up to cast your votes, and then the votes will be read, one tribe and then the other tribe. Idols and advantages can be played for anyone.
So idols and advantages can be played across tribes.
So, that all makes sense? Great. So I'm sure you're going to have a lot to talk about back at camp to figure this one out.
Yeah, Sal probably needs to go next because he is an absolute challenge beast and he's just going to keep dominating until that final immunity challenge.
So, everything was set up so well.
The challenge was to hold 2 stakes, hold a stake with 2 claws. I must admit I thought I'd do a little bit better, but started not brilliant at balancing, and so I was a bit wobbly and just didn't have the strength there to hang on. I thought I might be able to, because I knew, having drawn, unfortunately the little tribe that I've been drawn, I had to beat Matt.
Can I come visit?
Yeah. Unfortunately, now I'm in a deep manure because they obviously are going to think that Sal has found an idol. Therefore, they're going to be very reluctant to put votes all on Sal.
What's going on yours?
Oh, I'm done.
Yeah?
Dead in the water.
What about Sal? I thought you guys would be ready.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping these guys will, but he's got to...
Depends if he's got an idol or not.
I'm very concerned for a multitude of reasons. They're all going to target him, and Sal and I are super close. So I'm really, really worried for him. Freaking praying that he has one. Was there something at a challenge maybe? Something at a beach? I mean, not at a beach, well, tribal, it could be anywhere.
Do you want a hand?
Not really.
Not for me. So Sal bought the clue in the auction, and so this is the first real chance he had to kind of try and find it. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Sal finds that idol.
Is that an idol? That's insane. Like, I'm ticking off one after the other the things on my bucket list for this game, and it's just so exciting. There's still another one wherever the frick these rocks are, so I'm like, 2 idols or 3? Let's go.
So what have you got? What's your situation?
I really don't know. I don't know because I think.
How many yellows you got?
We got Mike. He's got the idol.
So it's 4 of you girls.
Yeah, and then there's 4 of us. Yeah.
So when are you going to vote one of the yellows out?
This is just the unfortunate part that we all knew had to come, where we had to kind of turn on our previous alliance. So it is what it is.
So who you think? Has there been any talk as to who you think?
I don't know because it might be behind. It might be me. So this is the first tribal council I'm going into where I'm really not feeling safe.
You've got Abby and Val's dislike. Well, not dislike, but they've always been a little bit nervous with each other.
Yeah.
And you could exploit that.
So that's majority. You just want to do.
This is again the hardest. It's the first time it was.
Oh, that was a bad twist. Bloody Kyle and Brian. Yeah, didn't like that obviously, but because it put us yellow team in an odd spot. So no, not like it. It would have been an easy vote for us. There were 4 of yellow, and poor Michael would have been him.
Tell Michael my name, just because I was just voted for. That makes more sense. So we've been split into 2 groups of 5, I guess, to go to tribal, and so I'm in a group with Michael, Joe, Kiara, Val, and myself. And Michael's won immunity, so we can't vote him.
We'll just agree to that. Whatever we say, keep discipline. I'm just going to make it happy.
I've been working with Kiara and Joe since the beginning of the game. We've voted together every round, so I trust them. Kiara just went off and they said your name, but that's obviously bullshit. It's not happening. It was just because there was no other option. Right? Absolutely bullshit. And I've told them to tell Michael my name. Just because that's the most obvious vote. And I need to talk to Kiara to let her know that was bullshit.
My name was getting thrown around. Luckily, I think I have some loyal past yellow tribe members who let me know.
I just had to, because there was 3 of us talking. Michael's immune. You were the only other option.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I said I have no intention of voting.
Yeah, okay.
100%?
Yeah.
On Val?
Yeah, it's just
I need to talk to Kiara.
I think Michael said you.
Yeah, that's okay.
But I'll
That's okay. That's fine.
fine. Yeah.
I'm gonna try. I'll talk to Michael and I'll tell him Val, but you guys tell him me because that makes more sense.
I think you're talking loud.
Okay, sorry.
Over there. No, it's okay.
And also you add Michael into mix, who's targeting me, which is not cute at all. Not fun or fresh.
I won't probably vote for
Joe, okay, vote Val.
I like it, Joe, so I think I got it.
Okay, easy, done.
Cool. Alright, let's do it.
Cool. That's what I discussed with the other girls. So.
Yeah. Well, because she's got the whole story before. Yeah. Got to get her out at some point.
And she won that many challenges and she almost beat me.
I know, yeah. She's in the bit of a beast, eh?
We got this.
I think Val's name is getting thrown around a bit too.
They're all going that way. I'm going that way too.
You want to keep going? You want to stay with them?
This is the part of the game where I think people are starting to be a lot more strategic.
Yeah, it's fine.
He's got a set.
Good luck, buddy. He hasn't got it.
That's fine. Should I say?
I have to find an idol, otherwise I'm cooked.
Okay, go, hurry.
Are you okay?
Can't chase him.
What do you guys think?
Well, I'll put mine on Sal as well. So I put mine on Sal.
Yep.
You put 2 on Sal. If you guys go Sal. He votes me.
Yep.
Maddie votes me. So if Sal plays, I go home. But otherwise, Sal goes. Okay. Patch the plan. Hopefully they'll put some votes on Sal, some on me, more on Sal than me, and then if Sal doesn't find the idol, I'm still in. If he does find the idol, I'm gone. The worry is that Sal plays an idol.
Yeah,
right?
And he's looking for it now.
So you guys are going to stick together, I know that. So what you can do is that you guys can play, say, like us 3 vote Sal, you vote me, and then if Sal plays the idol, I'm gone. If not, I'm still in. So I can't play much more. It's the only little strategy I can see. Yeah. And I bank that he can't find it.
Yeah.
You reckon?
Why? Well, it's the only play I've got because you guys are tight. So I'm buggered.
So Matt B's plan is for me to vote him, and Josh and Rachel to vote Sal. So if Sal finds that idol, plays it, then Matt B goes, and that's Matt's kind of only strat to try and stay in the game. The possibility that Sal doesn't get this idol.
I think right now he's such a and he doesn't have good people to play. He's in danger so many times. The only way, I think us three if Sal plays
it. Me and Josh are trying to push Rachel to vote just 3 on Matt B.
I'm probably going to put my vote on Matt B. It was his idea.
Yeah.
Josh is pushing hard for Rachel to just vote as a 3 block. So we'll see where that falls.
I am in the worst dilemma possible because Matt C won an individual immunity, which is amazing. But I'm in a 3-2 tribal council at the moment where there's 3 red, 2 yellow. But out of the 2 yellows, Sal, we know he got the clue for an idol and he's been madly looking. So the only other option is to vote out Matt B, and Matt B has been my secret alliance from the beginning. So we're just going to find it. Matt, I don't know what to...
Right, it's going to
be probably tight with Josh.
Yeah, so I'm buggered.
Yeah, no, but I'm just game.
We're great spies on each other's other side.
Yeah.
I mean, it couldn't have been more unlucky.
Yeah, I was lucky, but you were short.
Okay. Can you see any way out of it?
I'm just in a situation now where I have to choose between sticking with my original Barack Red Alliance or trying to keep my game alive with Matt B and keeping him in. At this stage, he's our best hope. I know he's
the biggest.
I know, but
coming up, he's like, oh, you're fine, all this telling different stories all the time.
I don't have another in me.
We don't need one. If both tribals go our way, it's all. Yes. Then it's even.
Yeah, it is actually. I'm really torn as to what is best for me in terms of my long game and what move and what vote that I cast that's going to keep me here longer.
Us 3 were just a solid vote Matt B.
To what extent am I trying to keep Matt B in the game for my game? So I just feel like I've got so many different strategies that I have to weigh up as to which is going to get me further in the game.
Our challenge was split into 2 groups. We're going to go to 2 tribals at the same time. My new tribe is Joe, Abby, Val, Michael and me. I have previously been allied with all of those people. I think they've all really played a part in getting me this far, so it sucks to have to vote one of them off. I don't think people are viewing me as a threat. and so I don't think my name's out there, which is excellent. But I'm also aware that I might need to look a bit more threatening to gain the respect I need to win at a final tribal. I love Abby,
She moves a million miles an hour.
but she is darting around everywhere. Her energy around camp just feels really chaotic, and I'm starting to get nervous. Everyone I'm aligned with is starting to get nervous. People I'm not aligned with are starting to get nervous, so I think that it would actually be for the best of the group if we just let her go at this point.
And that's why last tribal we like, because obviously we liked food and we didn't want, there was a 6 versus 5 and we were a bit worried about, and we were hoping that we could kind of sway it to get Abby out just to even up the numbers a bit. But she was talking about doing it because she wanted to get Matt out, but she didn't want to vote for Matt, so she's like, I'll organise a split, a 3-2 split, so that or a 4-4 split including us, and then you guys just all vote for Matt, and then my hands are clean. And I was like, Jesus, I was like, that's next level. And that's when Abby is just, she moves a million miles a minute, and it's just one of those players that is a real wild card. So, and she's very smart as well. So if I don't get her out now, then it could come back to bite me in the end. So looks like it's going to be Abby unless she plays an idol or something ridiculous happens.
Yellow, mellow yellow has finally reached the sand and I've felt I'll let you guys chat.
My name came up. I don't know if I should say it. Abby, I think, is trying to manipulate us into putting either Joe or me. So she's crisscrossing us a little bit. To somebody they're saying something, to somebody else saying another thing.
Can I come in? No, not in your trouble.
Yeah, and then Uni and guys. You guys.
This twist is like such a godsend for the red. So basically the way it's worked is 2 yellows are going home because we've got the 3 majority over there, and then me being able to win the immunity as the sole red in that group means that, going forward, the Birac 4 can finally maybe able to make a charge to the end. I think the Birac 4 really, our relationship, it was really kind of bred out of being at backs against the wall. So we've been through so much already together that I think we've got a really tight bond. So at least for the next one, I definitely think that we're probably just going 4 strong. Maybe after the next vote, maybe at a final 7, it might be a time when we can maybe do something about voting one of them out, but I'm not sure I want to do that because, I still think I personally could beat them all. So who are you voting for?
Sounds like the other tribe, the other petition is going to be between Abby or Valentina. I still want Abby around, so I need to get out there and try to push Joe and Kiara to vote Valentina.
It's looking like they're all going to vote for Abby.
Oh, really?
It's a unanimous decision. Abby was throwing out Joe's name, Val's name. She would have voted for Michael if he didn't get immunity. Abby is... I love Abby, but she's scrupulous.
I mean, that sounded unscrupulous.
I'm scrupulous.
I think she's she can be vulnerable kind of any time because she's not really good at challenges.
Don't.
Sorry. Okay. No, I don't want to.
Do you think it's been a mistake? Matt C has been playing a really great game. He's a challenge threat. He's respected. I just think he gets along well with people. Who would you have gone for?
Probably Valentina. Abby's kind of going to be vulnerable more than anyone else.
Because Val's really good at challenges. Yes.
Where you can take a shot at Abby kind of any time. Sal's running around like a crazy guy right now with his idol map, and it kind of looks like a treasure hunt or some sort because he's running back and forth, and it's rather comical.
What are you running for? What are you looking at?
They're going to vote for me, man.
No, yeah, well, it's either one of us, but
Yeah. So I need an idol, otherwise it will be me.
I told Matt B, just follow him, stick to him. But he's, I don't know, not.
Yeah, that looks a bit sus.
I have seen Sal running around like a headless chook at this camp, and he's still been running.
He's just running around blindly.
Kidding me! That'd have been perfect. Why is there a stone out here by itself? It's not a big deal because I already have an idol, but I really want a second.
The funny thing is, I think also I saw Abby was running off looking for it as well. So who knows, if she finds it, then tribal could go a different way for us as well.
Sal needs this idol which he doesn't have, and I've been like trying to look around to help him find an idol because he said no stone unturned. So I'm really worried for him, and I hope he finds it because otherwise he might be screwed. And that's not good for me because Sal's like kind of my number one at this point.
This is nuts, bro. Absolutely insane. Look, bucket list! It's like a dream to play this game, but to make it this far, to have accomplished the things that I've done. Oh, that's a good feeling. And then to go with this beautiful piece of artwork, I have a chunk of wood, which not many people would think is much, but to me, it's an idol. And to the host, it's going to be an idol as well. So it's a win-win situation for Sal. Hopefully on the other side, Val goes home. So then we've still got the 4 strong, because now I'm like starting to really think end game.
That's nuts. Fucking hell.
Things are going a mile a minute at the moment.
But they put us in a very rocky situation. If they're not blindsiding me, I think we're all going for it.
Marking is for you.
Yeah, I know that. That's okay. If you want to try and do it, and Val will probably do it. I need to get Kiara and Joe.
Yes.
Praying that Kiara and Joe are with me to vote Val. I don't know if they are, but I'm freaking praying. I'm still nervous as hell.
Okay.
Would you?
This is going to be one of the worst votes for me right now.
What is? That's fine. Just have a word with him.
Seeing Sal in previous tribal councils, he gets too paranoid. He's going to play it on himself if he finds it.
Oh my god. I don't want to vote it. Matt is loyal. So it'll just be one of the other two. I don't really care. They're both against me, and I don't really have much of a relationship with either of them.
This is going to be make or break for my game at the moment.
Yellow, you're on the first 5. First 5 here. Red on the other side. All right, and bringing in your jury, Fu voted out at the last tribal council. Had that jury glow up. All right, so the jury probably don't know what's going on here. Who would like to explain why we divided like so? Rachel.
So for the individual immunity challenge, we were randomly assigned tribes. So there's 5 of us here in the yellow tribe and 5 in the red tribe. And there will be 2 people voted out at this tribal council, 1 from each tribe.
2 people going home. Michael, what does it mean for you to be in this group of people wearing the necklace?
Yeah, today the challenge, when I saw the shake-up of the what the tribes were, I just had to win basically. For all the yellow, writing was kind of on the wall, and I just knew I had to pull it out. And luckily, luckily I was able to get the win and fight for another day, which is good.
Joe, do you think Michael's right? Do you think he needed that?
Yes, yeah, definitely, yeah. It
All right.
is what it is.
So then that puts you 4 in a really interesting spot because you've been together for a long time, but now you have to turn on each other.
Yeah.
So, how do you decide amongst the 4? Did you start to notice pairings and fractions?
Definitely. I'm very conflicted right now. Doesn't feel good, but I mean, it had to happen. As I said, I think, if we were 6 yellow strong going right to the end, it would have made it a bit unfair. It keeps it interesting. I'm happy to roll with it, and have to do what I have to do.
Okay. So in that group of yellow there, who's feeling like they might be the chosen one this tribal council? Abby and Joe and Valentina. Great. So
you didn't pop your hand up. You don't feel vulnerable at this spot?
No.
Okay. So Abby, why do you feel vulnerable?
Well, my name did come up a lot last tribal, and that's something that I feel like people are still going to push. And because it did come up, I feel like that's also something easy to jump on, because we do have to obviously pick off one of our own. That's probably the easiest thing to jump on, so I'm nervous, to say the least.
Okay.
What was that term you used, Sal?
Pack your pants.
And Valentina, just when, your journey through Survivor has just been precarious situation after precarious situation.
Yeah.
How does this compare to everything else that you've gone through?
I don't know. It's been quite hard, and it's not gonna get any easier. So, and I'm still worried. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, after this tribal council, you're going to be down to 8. Salvador, you held on for a really long time in that challenge between you and Matt C. How are you feeling in the configuration that you've landed in?
This was awesome twist. Really loved the twist, but didn't like my placement in the twist.
Not for you?
Not for me. I would have liked a different pull-up. Yeah. But it is what it is. We'll still roll with it. So here we go.
Okay, so a bit of a power trip. So yellow, you were previously just like you were in a comfortable majority, and now it looks like you're like in very different positions. We've got the 4 of you are vulnerable over on red, and then from original yellow is it Matt B and Sel.
Yep.
So the 2 of you against these 3. So Matt B.
Yeah, I'm a dead man walking.
So how do you navigate this now? Does it come down to previous bonds that you formed?
Yeah, look, a little bit. I mean, I'm in a really precarious situation. We got three red. They're very strong. So myself, the man's got an idol in his pocket. I'm gone. Yeah.
Okay. So this is news. Everyone knows this?
News to everyone.
Reveal that?
I think everyone knows that I was running around. I didn't get to strategize. Well, I chose not to strategize because I think they were going to choose me, vote for me. So I spent the time at camp running like a goose in circles.
Okay. And are you saying that those circles landed you something?
I'm definitely leaning towards that, yeah. So if anyone wants to pitch something to me, they can, but otherwise I'll just throw a vote somewhere else.
Rachel, when you have someone saying, I might have something and I'm probably going to play it, is there any part of you that thinks could be bluffing?
Absolutely. I think it's a bluff 100%. This whole game is a bluff. And the thing about hidden immunity idols is the power in the thought that someone might have the idol. So whether Sal has the idol or not, in my mind, Sal has an idol, and that idol needs to be flushed.
If you want the idol to be flushed and you've put votes on me, I wonder where the votes are going to go that bounce back.
Me or Rachel?
Okay, so a bit of a power shift here. We started this conversation thinking you two were in trouble, but now with this idol in play, it's now you two who could also be in trouble.
Well, who says Sal's the only one with an idol?
Okay.
There hasn't really been any idols, so I guess there's a bit of the uncertainty of has someone been sitting on one for ages and no one knows about it. Someone could have had one from way back in the day and had just been sitting on it, so who knows?
So Rachel, this is really to your point.
Like I said, the power of the idol is the perception of the idol.
Matt V is formulating a plan where I actually vote for him. These two other Reds, Josh and Rachel, vote for Sal, and if he plays an idol, then Matt B goes home.
If Matt puts the vote with mine, that's 2 votes.
Yeah.
So if you do vote for me and I do have an idol, then those 2 votes for one of you two would be gone.
Do we think that Sal would play his idol for Matt though? There's also that option as well. You know, there's the double bell, triple double bluff.
I mean, Sal was calling out for an idol a few times ago, and he was asking for the idol from Matt.
Just a reminder, whoever has an idol doesn't have to play it on the 5 that they're with. They can play it across the tribes.
One person's got the power right at the moment. He's sitting right there.
Right.
So he makes the decision now.
I've got a funny feeling this is going to be a very interesting vote.
So, Matt C, as you won the challenge, you outlasted Michael on the other side. So the reward that you get for that is to decide which of the votes will be read out first. So would you like it to be your group or from the red?
Yeah, those can be read out first.
Okay. So it shall be. So that means red tribe will be up first. Michael, you have the necklace, unless you want to give it to someone else.
I think I'll keep it.
Okay. Cool. So cannot vote for Michael. Everyone else is fair game on red.
It's me or you. I'm praying it's you.
Well, I really only have one shot. Good luck, everybody.
I do have an idol. I'm going to be playing it. Fingers crossed it's works.
This is one of the hardest votes. I'm sorry,
Now go tally the votes.
Sure is 36.
So now what's the urn?
We will read the red votes first. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
Nothing being played for red. We will read the votes.
Okay.
Abby.
You guys know how to spell it.
Valentina. Abby.
Oh my god, look at you guys go.
2 votes Abby, 1 vote Valentina, 2 votes left. Next person voted out of Backyard Survivor Redemption. Abby, that's enough.
That was a cute fun recruiting, guys.
Abby, the track is spoken.
Hey Matt, this one. You probably want to move your idol out of your pocket.
Abby, take your seat on the jury bench. There'll be someone joining you real soon.
It is now time to read the yellow votes. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and they would like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
I think I might try something.
Okay.
No, it doesn't look like much, but this piece of wood might give me an upper hand, and I'd like to play it for myself.
Okay. I can confirm that this is a hidden immunity idol. All votes for Sal will not count.
There's no idol. It's gone. I know that for a fact. Matt has one.
Possible that it could still be.
It was like hiding behind the tree. What would have gotten it?
Read the votes. First vote. Sal does not count. Matt B. Josh. It's 1 vote Matt B, 1 vote Josh.
2 votes left.
Matt B. 2 votes Matt, 1 vote Josh, 1 vote left. Next person voted out, Backyard Survivor, and the 4th member of our jury, Matt B. Matt, the tribe has spoken.
Thank you. Okay.
Head on out.
Good luck, guys. You're awesome players. Good luck to you all.
So, jury, if you'd like to follow Matt, we'll get you to head on out that way. Alright, so Spicy Double Tribal Council.
We are down to 8.
It is time to find out where everyone stands amongst this group. So, are you all ready to get to your next immunity challenge?
It's happening right now.
My entire alliance flipped on me after I had made a final 3 deal with Kiara and Joe, so that does not feel good at all.
This is the first time I've had to go back on my word and lie, but I have to follow the rest of the team and what they want.
I'm also super annoyed because I found out that
Sal had an idol, which I could have found. I literally saw it. I didn't realise it was the idol. I had the best time playing this game. It was honestly so much fun, and it was such an honour that I was picked. I'm really, really proud of myself and how far I made it. Yeah, and I'm rooting for Sal and Matt, but mainly Sal.
I had that so set up too. I was just ruling the roost. Anyway, bugger, it couldn't have gone worse. So, well, I mean, as soon as I knew when we drew these that I was in trouble, and yeah, I tried to hoped that Sal hadn't found that idol, but he did. He played it like I thought he would. So there wasn't a lot I could do. This is, you know, this is Survivor. It just changes. We were sitting pretty. You know, 1 minute you're feeling totally safe, and then you're totally gone. So, but that's Survivor. So I loved it. I wouldn't have been here if it hadn't have been for my son Zach, who was in last season, sitting watching him play the game, thinking, yeah, I could probably do that, and I might even do a slightly better job. But in fact,
he didn't.
He beat me by 2. But anyway, had an absolute cracker of a day, and it's really nice to do it with Zach. Thanks to Brian and Kyle, it's just been absolutely epic. What the organisation is just unbelievable. The crew, the food, everything behind the scenes, it's just magic. So if you get the chance, I thoroughly recommend coming and having a shot at it.
You did a great job.
Okay, thanks.